Hi, it's Kate from InVigorate. Today we're going to look at calf raises. So a really simple exercise, but we can do them in a way that activates the whole of the rest of the body, and it's also looking at timings and things like that as well. So just a few little extra pointers just to mean that you get the most out of your calf raises that you're doing. So I'm going to talk you through, we're going to do a straight knee calf raise that works your gastrocnemius, which is the big meaty muscle at the top of the calf, and then a bent knee calf raise, which activates your soleus, which is in the lower part of your calf. So both are really important for propulsion, they're really important for good ankle function. Gastrocnemius crosses the knee as well, so it has an effect on what your knee's doing. So it's really important to get these right and to get yourself really nice and strong for walking and running as well. So I'll talk you through how you're going to set yourself up, I'll talk you through timing, and we'll talk about kind of reps and sets and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to get myself set up just with something to hold on to for balance. I don't want to be leaning to do these exercises, okay? So I'm going to just have a light touch on a surface just to give me enough balance. Next thing is that I may have asked you to do double leg calf raises. So if you're sort of at the beginning of your strengthening journey, it might be that you're doing double leg, or you might be doing single leg. I'm going to demonstrate single leg, and you can see what we're up to, but just go with my instructions as to whether you do single or double leg. So I'm going to get myself set up on one leg. Now we're going to think about evenly distributing weight between front and back of foot. We're going to think about getting our pelvis into a neutral position. So for a lot of you that might mean tucking your tailbone under very slightly in order that we create a bit of space through our lower back and find a little bit of gentle core activation. Making sure that rib cage is settled over pelvis and then drawing up from the crown of your head. So what we're thinking about here is we've just got this sensation of being up nice and tall, nice and lengthened through our spine, and that's where we're going to start. And drawing up from the crown of your head is that kind of direction of movement that we're wanting to be moving into when we do a calf raise. So keeping that lovely long spine, maybe feeling your glute or your lower abs a little bit activated, we're then just going to lift up from the crown of your head and lift up into a calf raise, okay? So we're going to keep knees straight to do our gastroc calf raise, our gastrocnemius calf raise. So in terms of speed, unless I've told you otherwise, we're going to do 3 seconds up and 3 seconds down, okay? So that leads to a nice decent amount of time under tension. And we're going to smoothly lift and lower for 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you could set a metronome, so you can get plenty of free metronome apps on your phone, and that will then help with your timing, so it helps with your brain communicating with your calf, especially if you've got issues like Achilles tendinopathy, things like that. Timing is often out, and timing is often out on both sides as well, so it may be worth addressing this on both sides, and making sure that you do it with a metronome app going. Just set it to 60 beats per minute, and then just count up to 3 going up and count up to 3 going down, okay? So that's our straight knee calf raise, lifting straight up and straight back down again, 3 up, 3 down, unless I've told you otherwise. So for our bent knee calf raise, I'll get my leg out of the way and then you can see, I'm simply going to soften at my knee a little bit. Now I'm going to aim to keep my knee a little bit bent and keep it about the same amount of bent all the way through the movement. So I would be lifting up and then back down again. And you may feel the work of this as you're getting tired, a little bit lower down in the calf, so sort of down just below the big meaty bit in your calf, kind of further down towards your ankle, okay? So you're just going to lift up for 3 and then down for 3 again. Now you may find that you need to just bend into your hip a little bit as well, because this can feel a little bit too much load on the front of your knee. So especially if you've got a bit of a sore kneecap, just making sure that you're sitting back into your hip as well when you're doing this. And you're just going to go up and down at the same rate, okay? So those are your straight and your bent knee calf raises. You can also do these off a step as well. So you can pop the ball of your foot on the edge of a step, and you can be doing your calf raises up and down. If you're doing that, make sure you go all the way down into a heel hang. So go all the way down into a stretch and then all the way back up again. And if you're finding, I'll have given you guidance as to whether sort of heel drop is something to be avoided or not. So if you've got a bit of an irritable Achilles, that might be something to avoid. But otherwise you can progress to your single leg calf raises off the edge of a step as well. So I hope that all makes sense. If you've got any questions, any concerns, any problems, just give me an email, drop me an email, and I can answer it from there. Enjoy!